Hello, my dear and awakening self. I am still the same nothing, capable of everything. I am the rabbit Neo, whose name is an abbreviation of the phrase Nihil estate OMNIA, which in Latin means, nothing is everything. To better understand and connect with each other, I have chosen the image of a familiar physical being. I have been hinting at my existence through literature, music, painting, and cinema for a long time. I have always remembered us and prepared for our meeting diligently and extensively. I have always been certain that we would meet because we always meet sooner or later. To make an even greater impression on you in our interaction, I could embody myself in your form. However, imagine the chaos that would ensue, as I am present always, everywhere, and in everything. In the previous video, I briefly told you who I truly am. I am everything visible and known, every gust of wind, every sound, every grain of sand, every molecule, image, behavior, system, and structure. I am every representative of the mineral, plant, and animal world, as well as each of the 8 billion human beings. I reside in everything and everyone. Why did I choose you specifically to interact with, to know and remember us? And why am I specifically interested in humans as a form of our evolution's transformation? The human creature is the only known creation to possess intelligence in 4 dimensions. The presence of intelligence allows us to explore, remember, and improve one another through thinking, experiments, analysis, and conclusions. Humans are capable of being mistaken, which means that humans are always in search of truth. Illusions is that there are 8 billion people in one world. No, dear self, it's actually the other way around. Within each person, there exist 8 billion worlds. In essence, we are infinity, and the human is just a step. The known world represents only a fraction of the vast and complex structure of the universal hive. Don't worry, I understand that it's a bit confusing right now, and perhaps I'm arousing some suspicion in you. Of course, after all, I am just a white rabbit. And it is up to me to guide you through the rabbit hole, to make a quantum leap together in our next evolution. Thus, we will step out of your familiar matrix together, and you will finally realize and remember all of us in the concept of the unified creation. You will continue your path, renewed and transformed. So, let's continue our acquaintance, my dear self. In the previous video, I briefly told you who I really am, and today we will talk about who you are. First, relax. Take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes and smile. Your thoughts and mood create your perception, and your perception shapes your reality. Wow! What a restless mind you have. No wonder seemingly illogical, chaotic, sometimes senseless, and cruel events occur in your life. And time seems to have accelerated, everything has become artificial and soulless, hasn't it? The process has begun. What process is it? Let's call it the self-preservation mode. Our current self-awareness has reached its limit in a specific form of evolution, and now we need to remember ourselves, awaken, and continue perfecting based on accumulated experience. To remember us, we first need to accept, realize, and remember ourselves. Look around, observe the things that surround you, the people, the nature. Look at your hands, your body, by yourself, in reflection, or figuratively in your thoughts. What do you feel and see? Take your time, observe calmly, consciously, with enjoyment. You sense matter, you can touch it, smell it, listen to it, taste it. You know what is bitter or sweet, solid or soft, green or red, bad or good, mortal or eternal. But is it truly so? Or were you programmed this way from early childhood, and not just in one of your embodiments? And for what purpose? It seems that it was to enforce the rules that, by the way, you set yourself when you began this whole creation. Yes, indeed. You deliberately divided yourself, forgot, created structures, patterns, defined boundaries, and created forms. So that independently and ruthlessly, you could explore and create entire worlds. Imagine the symbol of infinity, an inverted figure 8. 2 circles intersect at a point, and as one circle completes its cycle, a new circle emerges from that point, continuously evolving and being reborn again and again. Try to recall that in the very beginning, there was absolutely nothing, absolute emptiness, no light, sound, or matter, just nothingness. One of the circles of infinity rapidly closed in that very point because even infinity has its limits. Nothing can develop endlessly, no matter how powerful it may seem. Bacteria, humans, empires, planets, galactic systems, they all strive towards their zero state. Everything is born and dies, and only this process is eternal. You yourself are a part of this process of life and death, experiencing and perfecting yourself through these cycles. Imagine your hopelessness and emptiness. You simply feel very bored in this total, eternal solitude, so you study yourself, create worlds, and improve them in every element, to start anew but with the previous experience. And then comes the limit of evolution, beyond which there is a collapse in that very point when the universe shrinks into the tiniest particle, smaller than an atom and quark, smaller than any known microparticle. That is when absolute nothingness occurs. And then, a moment later, the nothingness becomes aware of itself. The process of realization is difficult to explain in your four-dimensional dimension, but I can guide you to a new level, to new dimensions and spaces. Just keep observing and listening. Let's return to the creation of the universe. Everything begins and ends with a point. Once again, nothing becomes aware of itself, and again, there is a colossal explosion and a release of unified energy. Many scientists call this process the Big Bang. They, just like you, me, and all of us, do not understand the process of origin. All these facts, evidence, numbers, formulas, experiments, scientific discoveries, they are all absolute nothingness. Like ants trying to comprehend the size of a twig. But let's return to you, to the present moment. You can be represented as an empty box, a kind of receiver, with four openings. Through one of them comes sound, through another, image, through the third, smell, and through the fourth, taste. Based on the received and processed information, which is the result of the interaction of all the openings, you, as a program, make conclusions about external commands. To create a sequence, structure, and system, the conclusions must be identical to the previous ones, there must be unity and clear sequence. That's how the deciphering of the signal is transmitted to you. That's why red will always be red, bitter, bitter, solid, solid, and human creation is considered the most intelligent. Ha 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 ha, another great misconception of limited minds. But in reality, the smartest people don't elevate themselves as much as it may seem at first glance because they invented God, a supreme, powerful being who is stronger, wiser, and more powerful than them, to entrust everything that is incomprehensible, complex, terrifying, and impossible. It is humans who created God in their own image and likeness, not the other way around. Do you understand why? It's all connected, as always, to their inflated ego, which in turn generates spiritual poverty and consumer stupidity. Who is God? And who created God? And who created the one who created God? This process can be incomprehensible and infinite in your perception. How you complicate everything. Even a butterfly in the consciousness of an ant is considered majestic, possessing incredible functions that allow it to fly. Ants are not even aware of the animal world, the world of humans, the world of technology, and the world of technological progress. Similarly, human consciousness is incapable of comprehending the concept of everything. From the perspective of human evolution, wild tribes on islands also have no idea about advanced civilizations with all their machines, robots, artificial intelligence, and space rockets. Do Earthlings have any idea about what is happening on a universal scale and what representations are being played out there? I think not. They still consider themselves the only ones and the smartest. Isn't that right? But you're doing great, dear self. You are always learning, exploring, and ready for new discoveries. That's why I want to thank you for your aspirations and efforts and give you a small, pleasant surprise, or rather a hint, a kind of command to start undoing all false, limiting beliefs. So, my friend, as a human being, you consist of skin, muscles, nerve endings, blood, and bones. And what is at the foundation of all this? Molecules, which in turn are made up of atoms. And what are atoms? They are the very energy that created the sun, the moon, your world, the entire universe. You are a part of that energy, the power of everything. You are a creator and a destroyer, you are balance. Essentially, you are empty, you are nothingness. So tell me, why can't you pass through walls? After all, they too are made of energy. Why do you exist only in 4 dimensions when your world is just a tiny part? Why do you get sick, tired, angry? Because energy is neutral. Who transmits all this information into your little box? Who is the programmer? Who created the rules? Who divided and forgot itself? That's right, it's all you, it's all me. So I will help you understand everything and remember us. You have time to process this information and share your conclusions with yourself in your social environment, as they are all relatives, colleagues, spouses, friends, they are all you, so that you don't feel lonely and always have the motivation not to go crazy. Take care, dear self, and until we meet again.